They're getting a guy that's relentless every single day, every single snap.
All right, let's talk about some Chiefs roster moves, the Chiefs rookie minicamp starting up this weekend, and a Nigerian native who found his way all the way in Kansas City for this minicamp, and much more. But first, how about those? What's up, guys? My name is Cole, and I do daily news about the Chiefs and the NFL overall, so hey, sub if you're new, hit that like button to wish Alex Smith a happy birthday, because today of all days is his day of birth. And let's get into this news, starting with some Chiefs birthdays, which I've already been touching on a bit here. We have Noah Gray's birthday was April 30th. Orlando Brown Jr.'s birthday was May 2nd. And as I already mentioned, today is Alex Smith's birthday. That is May 7th. I think he turned 38. So happy birthday to Noah Gray, Orlando Brown, and to a Chiefs legend in my book, one of my favorite players in history, Alex Smith. Smith is a true class act on and off the field. And although the video over the top of me speaking right now was him around his 36th birthday, the fact that he can move like this, let alone walk, is basically a miracle. He was the #1 overall selection by the 49ers in the 2005 NFL draft. After spending his first 8 seasons of his career with the 49ers, he was traded to the Chiefs, playing in KC from 2013 to 2017, and was dealt to Washington in 2018 after the Chiefs decided it was time to start Mahomes. Well, in 2018, that's where things went real bad. He severely injured his leg in a game against the Texans and had to rehab for nearly 2 years, dealing with 17, that is not a typo, 17 surgeries in order to play in the NFL once more. He went 5-1 as a starter upon his return in 2020 and then retired in April after the season concluded. And from what I can tell, he still works to this day as an analyst at ESPN. So yeah, I just wanted to take a moment to focus on Alex Smith and wish the legend a happy birthday. You are the man. All right, let's move right along here, because there's some news that I need to share that you never thought you'd need to know, but now will. The year-end NFLPA Top 50 Players list was recently released as far as sales go, and Tom Brady topped the list with the most sales, followed by Mahomes in second. And on one hand, that's awesome that Mahomes is way up there at second place, but on the other hand, I was taught as a kid,
always remember, if you ain't first, you're last.
If you ain't first, you're last.
Now that part may not be news to you. We know Brady and Mahomes sells a lot of merchandise, but stay with me here, because Mahomes is basically top 3 in like every category on this list. And this list is very wide ranging, okay? I'm talking almost more wide than the gap in between Michael Strahan's front teeth. So yeah, this list includes jersey sales, player figurines, squishy toys, whatever those are, player signature memorabilia, plush socks. Can't forget about those. Pet products like, I don't know, maybe a Patrick Mahomes poodle sweater. And this one is interesting to say the least, reloadable credit cards. So you can be consistently reminded every time you put yourself further into debt just how much money Mahomes has, staring at his $500 million smile as you purchase another, I don't know, maybe a game chair, a pool cue, or even a rug. Because Patrick Mahomes and Ben Roethlisberger sold the most rugs, pool cues, and game chairs from new licensee Imperial International. And get this, they were followed behind by Tom Brady, Joe Burrow, and Josh Allen. So hey, I don't know if Mahomes will ever have more Super Bowl rings than Tom Brady. I mean, I hope he does, but 7 is a lot of rings. But at the end of the day, at least he'll be able to look himself in the mirror and say, I sold more rugs than Tom Brady. And then on a more serious note, the Chiefs rookie minicamp has officially started, y'all, which will involve their 10 draftees, several more undrafted free agents, and others that were invited, which Matt Connor from Arrowhead Addict labels it as, quote, an important portal into the world of professional football for many players who have dreamed of this sort of moment coming to them. So yeah, players are allowed to wear helmets, but no pads during the on-field portion of minicamp. Rookie minicamp is mostly about watching brand new players for how much they can absorb, how they conduct themselves, how they respond to mistakes, and take to coaching. Can you see improvement in a prospect after a coaching session? Can the rookie shake off a miscue and move on to the next play? Elsewhere at Arrowhead, players will likely be getting fitted for equipment, which you can see in some of these photos and videos over the top now. And yeah, then they will get physicals or go through conditioning tests. Coaches will break players up into positional groups and lay out what they want to see from them on the field. Those players will then go into practice sessions hoping to show coaches they're taking things in and applying them as hoped. For the Chiefs, it'll be a chance to see their new draft class in red and gold for the first time. It's basically meetings, walkthroughs, practices, meetings, more meetings, and finally, after catching footballs all day, they are able to catch some Z's in bed. And this is worth noting, they will also be able to have some veteran players out there, such as those returning from injury like Jody Fortson, Lucas Niang, and Rashad Fenton. That's if they're far enough in their recovery to participate or work out with trainers on the side of practice. And reserve future signing Brandon Dandridge will also be out there for rookie minicamp, as he's never been through an NFL camp before. And if you're stressed out wondering about him being out there and not knowing his jersey number, let me help you out there, guys. He will be wearing jersey number 34. And then some of the Chiefs players were also able to go out into the parking lot yesterday to get a glimpse of the KC Barbecue Festival happening right there at Arrowhead. They ate some incredible barbecue as well as talked a bit with the media.
I mean, that's one of the first things that was mentioned, because everyone knows like I'm big into food and grilling and meat and all that kind of stuff. So it's like, this is like the barbecue season. It's like, really?
Yes, George, really. And if you want to remain on our good side here in Kansas City, I don't want to hear you talk like that ever again, being all surprised that Kansas City is known for its barbecue. Are you serious? Now, I will cut him some slack here for a couple of reasons. One, because I knew he grew up in Greece. He didn't even move to the US until about 13 years old, and he's still learning about important things in American culture, like how KC's barbecue is the greatest of all time. And two, I also realized he could literally throw me through a wall, or possibly even farther than Uncle Rico could throw a pigskin back in '82.
Back in '82, I used to be able to throw a pigskin a quarter mile.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
So yeah, I'm just going to relax a bit here, and to his credit, he did say,
Barbecue was off the chain. This is my type of place for sure. It was meant to be.
barbecue is off the chain and it was meant to be. So yeah, it seems like destiny to me for a man from Greece to come all the way to Kansas City, eat a little barbecue, and get a lot of sacks. So let's go, George. And because of the rookie minicamp going on, there's a lot of roster movement happening as they begin their process of seeing who fits, who doesn't, who they want, etc. The majority of the Chiefs rookie draftees have already had a chance to put the pen to the paper. That's right, each of the rookies agreed to a standard 4-year contract, locking them in with the Chiefs through the 2025 NFL season, with the only difference being Trent McDuffie and George Karlaftis signing contracts with a 5th-year option since they were selected in the first round. And as of right now, 3 players remain unsigned as of when I'm recording this video this morning at least, and that group includes 2nd-rounders wide receiver Sky Moore and linebacker Leo Chenal, as well as 4th-rounder cornerback Joshua Williams. I'm sure it's just a matter of time. They'll probably sign on the dotted line this weekend or sometime here soon. And from there, let's have a wee little chat here, a fireside chat about these players' projected contract values, courtesy of Spotrac. It's probably Spotrac. Trent McDuffie's total value is $13.9 million, with a $7.3 million signing bonus and a $2.5 million cap hit this year. George Karlaftis' value is $11.9 million, with a $5.8 million signing bonus and a $2.1 million cap hit. Then moving a little quicker through these guys because you can see the list. Ryan Cook's total value here is $6.4 million. Darian Kennard is $4 million, and you can see our 7th round picks are all around $3.7 million. I found it interesting to note and share with you all, even though these are not official numbers, but they should all be pretty much right in the ballpark here. And then over the past couple days, more roster moves has happened. I talked about this yesterday, but the day before last, they waived 6 players, including Chiefs wide receiver Garrett Dieter. And then yesterday, the Chiefs waived center Austin Reiter. Not sure if we will see him back ever again, so if not, see you later, bud. And then they signed 10 college free agents, which included guard Mike Caliendo, linebackers Jack Cochran and Mike Rose, quarterback Justin Crum, who was actually one of the top UDFAs, so that'll be interesting to see if he brings some true competition with Shane Buechele or not. Then they signed running backs Jarian Ely and Tayon Fleet Davis, tackle Gene Pryor, defensive back Nasir Greer, and then the biggest, or at least the most intriguing one on this list for me, wide receiver Justin Ross. And my question to you all is, will he bounce back from these injuries, being a true spark to his NFL career here in KC, catching passes from one of the greatest QBs in the league who is known to elevate receivers as it is. Time will certainly tell, but I'm very interested to see how that plays out. And the last person on this list that I want to talk about is the tight end, a Nigerian national, and I'm going to really mess up his name, Kehinde Oginni Hassan, and I will now refer to him purely as Hassan. He's 6'6", 225 pounds, and ran a 4.8 yard 40 at his pro day, but there is quite a story here that you guys need to know. In 2014, Hassan's football journey began in Abuja, Nigeria at an EUF camp. Hassan initially thought he was too lanky to play the sport, but was convinced by the American coaches to pursue a career in football. The first step for Hassan was, however, marred by a more harrowing memory because on the way back from that EUF camp, the bus that the young players were in was involved in a crash, resulting in the death of 3 of Hassan's teammates. In spite of that, however, Hassan said this is what inspired him to keep going. And over the years that followed, Hassan continued to train, attend camps, and post videos online, which attracted attention from U.S. colleges asking him to come stateside. But due to the irregularity of the sport in Nigeria and the money involved in getting a visa, his application was denied on numerous occasions. Despite all these setbacks, though, Hassan stayed motivated with a burning commitment to the sport. This finally paid off in March of 2021 when Hassan got a call from former NFL Super Bowl winning New York Giant. He wanted him to attend Uprise Academy in tandem with EUF in Abuja. I don't know how to say that word. After Hassan made the final IPP combine cut and underwent a grueling 6 months of training, he was on his way to London. At the combine, Hassan wowed scouts with an impressive command of his long frame, making acrobatic catches and quick breaks in and out of his routes. So with all that being said, Hassan is one of the 3 Nigerians and one of the 12 athletes from 9 countries overall that have been invited to take part in the NFL's International Player Pathway program and make it to the final stage. So now is the time to see if Hassan is able to make the roster as he finds himself all the way at the heart of the United States, Kansas City. I mean, how awesome is this story? I definitely thought it was worth highlighting and sharing with you all, and plus his Twitter handle alone is worth talking about because it reads Kenny_DNextTO81, aka Kenny the next Terrell Owens, number 81. So, will he be one of the next NFL greats like Terrell Owens? I'm not sure, but he seems to think so. So let's see what he's got at Chiefs rookie minicamp this weekend. Are you guys excited for Hassan or anyone else on the list for that matter? Anything about today's video stand out to you? Definitely let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys tonight, 8 p.m. for my first ever live stream to celebrate 10,000 subs. So make sure to sub for more daily news like this. Check out this video here from yesterday as well, where I talk about cornerback James Bradberry's likelihood of signing with KC upon his release from the Giants and much more. And until next time, let's go. How about those?